Greetings, everyone. This is author Jacqueline Clark Hodge, and this is a sneak peek of Being on the Planet 3, a book of true events. In this book, I bring the receipts. This is called the third receipt, the clock's time dilation. The clock in the car was working just fine before our encounter. Actually, it was a brand new vehicle, and everything in it was working when my dad bought the car. But when the mother wheel hovered above us back in 1984, the clock in the vehicle mysteriously stopped working. 7 years after our encounter occurred, in the summer of 1991, the clock in my dad's Buick LeSabre mysteriously clicked back on. My dad and I were sitting in the vehicle when it happened. The clock suddenly made a loud clunk sound, and we both were extremely shocked because the clock hadn't worked ever since our UFO encounter. It was strange. My family thought that the clock had been broken from the mother wheel that hovered above us back in the summer of 1984. But the clock wasn't broken at all. The clock was just experiencing a phenomenon called time dilation. I'm going to try to explain time dilation as easily as I possibly can. Time dilation is a real phenomenon that occurs, and according to Albert Einstein's theories of relativity, an object will lose time depending on the speed or gravitational force it's been subjected to. Basically, the faster an object goes through space, the slower its time becomes. Based on Einstein's theories, a scientific study on time dilation was conducted in 1971. It was called the Haffel-Keating experiment. Scientists performed this experiment with two extremely accurate atomic clocks. Both of the clocks were synchronized to start at the same time. One clock was put on an airplane and flown around, and the other clock was kept stationary on the ground. After the clock that was put on the airplane was taken on a high-speed trip, it returned with startling results. The clock that took the airplane ride was slower than a stationary clock. The results showed that a moving clock runs more slowly than one that is not in motion. This proves that the faster an object goes through space, the slower time becomes. According to Einstein, if a clock was placed on a craft that was moving near the speed of light, the clock would literally stop. This happens because as an object approaches the speed of light, the universe slows down everything to an observer. I believe that our 1984 UFO encounter with the mother wheel caused this phenomenon to happen to the clock in my dad's 1984 Buick LeSabre. At some point in time, the massive half-mile-long mother wheel that hovered above us had to be moving around the speed of light, which is 186,000 miles per second, or it had an extremely strong gravitational force upon it like a wormhole. I say this because the clock did stop working for 7 years after we witnessed the mother wheel. Then, in the summer of 1991, the clock clicked back on and resumed as if nothing ever happened to it. For this reason, I now know that a clock moving at the speed of light or have a strong gravitational force upon it will stop. I know this because it happened to the clock in my dad's 1984 Buick LeSabre. This is the table of contents. There is so much in this book for you guys to check out. This is Being on the Planet 3, a book of true events, and I am Jacqueline Clark Hodge, the author and editor of the Being on the Planet anthology series. Thank you for your time. Peace.